Hey, what's up, guys? I've been playing a ton of different decks in the meta for the past months, and this is by far the best ladder deck for me. If you guys are wanting to play a brand new deck, highly encourage you to pick this one up because you've got amazing defenses with the Goblin Hut, the Mega Knight, the Inferno Dragon. No matter what your opponent's going to throw at you, you're going to be able to stop it right in its tracks. And with the Goblin Hut consistently spawning Spear Goblins while the Royale Hogs rush right through, there is nothing more annoying for your opponent. So let's go jump straight some games and assert dominance. And a huge thank you to everyone that's using creator code SirTag. All the money goes directly back into the channel, making this video possible and the channel better every single day. All right, so jumping into this one against Alex, we have no idea what he's going to do. Oh, come on, dude. You're going to force out the Goblin Hut that early on, making sure that you get damage on it with the Bandit. I hate when that thing gets on top of my Goblin Hut. If we're able to keep the Goblin Hut alive longer, it's going to be the most annoying card in Clash Royale. So decent because we're able to bait out the Dark Prince, and I can Fireball on top of the Magic Archer, so this is not the worst thing in the world. The Royale Hogs are going to be able to go unimpeded by a Dark Prince, but maybe he's got Fireball. So I'm not going to go in for Bats because he could Fireball me. He's, unfortunately for himself, not going to have Fireball. He's going to P.E.K.K.A. Wow. So now I know that if the Dark Prince is out of cycle, we get unanswered damage from those Royale Hogs every day of the week. And the reason why we prefer guards in this deck is, as you guys are seeing, if your opponent decides to bridge spam you, you need to have answers. We're going to Mega Knight. We will be able to bounce back the rest of his spam. If he zaps, the Mega Knight's also somehow able to hit the Battle Ram even though it was shooting sideways and the Battle Ram was behind it. I don't understand how that happened, but you know what? If an interaction goes my way that shouldn't actually happen in Clash Royale, I'm totally about it.
Dude, you're lucky.
I don't know why that happens though. Mega Knight has eyes in the back of his head and he's able to pound every single way he is. So it's just like a Valkyrie but in disguise or something. I don't know. Anyway, I can Fireball here on the Magic Archer. That's all right. I'm just going to Fireball immediately so I don't waste Elixir.
Please don't be mad at me. I'm sorry.
Just look at the flowers, Lizzie.
And if I went in for a Goblin Hut, I feel like that wouldn't counter it effectively because the Magic Archer would just lock onto my tower. And if I went for anything else, like Royale Hogs on the other side, he had Dark Prince in cycle. So you always want to be cognizant of the fact that, hey, my opponent has such card. And if they have that card, I'm not going to go in for an overcommitment too early on. Oh, I could because I've got Spear Goblins coming counter pushing. This is worth it. We're going to bait out a Zap and then a Dark Prince. So that's going to be a 6 Elixir investment to counter 5. That's pretty worth on my end. I don't think he would have responded to the Spear Goblins alone. So we're going to get a lot more value, way more damage, and I'm about it. So if you want to P.E.K.K.A, that's fine. And we go for really high guards here and wait for him to spam on our side of the map. It's evident that he is going to go in for an Electro Wizard, and I'm able to Fireball and Arrows that. It's a lot better to Fireball and Arrows on top of a Electro Dragon instead of the Electro Wizard, by the way. The Electro Wizard is going to cost less Elixir, so it doesn't feel as good. I'm going to Fireball here. Just need to be able to finish off the Magic Archer so it doesn't destroy my Spear Goblins early on. You might be able to defend this, but let's see if we can go in for Royale Hogs. I think that's probably the best play. We go for Royale Hogs and then just go for a Goblin Hut. We're able to defend and apply aggression at the exact same moment when he is weakest. He barely has any Elixir, and he has to use a Zap. That means he has nothing left over, so I can just Fireball and Arrows and win the game, right? Yeah, that wins us the game. GG, well played and peace out. If you guys don't know, now you know. If you have the ability to go for Royale Hogs when your opponent doesn't have Elixir, that is always the best moment because they're not going to be able to defend and you're going to be able to take tower with just a Fireball and Arrows spell cycle. All right, so getting into this one, unfortunately, we don't have the Goblin Hut. So I could cycle one card, just dropping my arrows and figuring out what he's going to do. If you want to spam into the Mega Knight because you have an Elixir advantage, be my guest. And if you don't, then I passively accrue the chip damage with my investment of the Goblin Hut. I feel like as a sophisticated, prudent investor, the Goblin Hut is going to be one of the best resources that you guys can do. You get the value, you force out the Fireballs, you force out the Poisons, and then you look at it and you're like, hey, don't you wish you had the Fireball for the Royale Hogs? You can't cycle that card so whimsically. All right, so I can Mega Knight here too, depending on what goes down. Ooh, yep, I'm definitely going to Mega Knight on top of the Elite Barbarians. We're going to be able to bounce those back and get splendid split lane pressure with the Royal Piggies and the Mega Knight here. I don't know if the Mega Knight dies. Does the Mega Knight straight up die? It's not even split lane pressure anymore. But the Fireball's out of cycle, so I believe that I can take a tower here if I'm able to get splendid Arrows sauce on top of the skeletons that he's going to drop. Please, Inferno Dragon, just lock onto the tower. Get me back in the game. Don't make me look like a fool out here. Thank you for listening to me, and he's giving me the 10 out of 10. You guys saw that. He gave me the rating right there with the Clash Royale emoji. He knew that was fire, and he knew we were scheming. Oh, is he frustrated? I think he's frustrated. I'm sorry, man. It'd be like that sometimes. So at this point in the game, I've not won it yet because our tower is really low HP. And he's got Royale Giant almost on top of me. We're going to guards. Got Mother Witch fast cycle. So as long as we keep the Goblin Hut in the same cycle as the Royale Giant, he's never able to break through. Actually, I did win this game. That's crazy. All we had to do was get the Inferno Dragon on the tower, and we took it out from 3,000 HP. I don't understand how the Inferno Dragon's still alive, but he refuses to let that Royale Giant get through. Let's go. That's exactly what we like to see. This man is a damsel in distress, and he is not getting out of this game. He's just going to keep spamming thanks. Dude, whenever someone loses on ladder, they get so salty, and they just spam emotes. I don't get it. All right, so jumping into this one against Robbie, we're going to see what's up. Maybe we can rob Robbie from his towers. Steal all of his crowns, steal all his trophies, make sure he has nothing left over. Oh, okay. You're going to have Miner and a fast cycle with Flying Machine. What this tells me, you probably have arrows and then also Lava Hound. That's most of the time what I'm going to see. If you're not going to respond to those bats, they are hammering down the damage on that Skeleton Dragon. Yo, the Skeleton Dragon died his second time. He first died to become a Skeleton Dragon. Then he died again. Where does he go? Does he get resurrected a third time? I gotta know. Clash Royale, these are the questions that we need answers to. Anyway, he's got Miner. He's going to have Lava Hound. There's no doubt in my mind, so I don't want to get over ambitious and cycle Mega Knight when he could have Inferno Dragon, Barbarians, or a great answer to me. You're going to go for arrows. That is not what you want to do on top of guards, because now our Skeleton Dragons are going to just get destroyed by the Fireball. You have no way of killing the Goblin Hut. So I think that's a really good interaction for me if the Goblin Hut isn't able to get arrowed down for another 3 cards, because cycled 1, so it's going to take him a while to get back. We're able to Fireball here. The Inferno Dragon just locks on a tower. Give me that damage, baby. Oh, look at that value. Fizzling the tower and securing 200 damage all at the same time. He's saying thanks because he's a bit flustered and frustrated, which, I mean, I don't blame you, bro. Sometimes it does happen. Sometimes it really be that way. If I arrows on top of the Skeleton Dragons and the Spear Goblin gives us damage, can we kill both of them again? Oh my gosh, Skeleton Dragons really are not out here living today. They are livid. I'm amazing. They are frustrated and furious because they can't even cross the river. It's like we're playing tug of war. We are making sure that they always stay away from us. You cannot cross our side. Okay, we can go for an Inferno Dragon in the back and see what else happens here. If you want to go for Skeleton Dragons or anything spamming, we can drop guards and then Fireball on your Flying Machine. This is phenomenal, guys. The Inferno Dragon is so good on defense against Lava Hound. And if you're able to fully surround whatever they spam at the river with bats, if it's just a single targeting card, there's nothing they can do about it. Arrow is going to shut down the rest of the stuff. And the Inferno Dragon is a smart dog.
Who's a good boy?
He was not lost, guys. He knew where to go in life. He went directly back towards the Miner to deny optimal damage. And with 38 seconds remaining, we're going to snag the tower on the left, and there is no way for this man to break through. It's a beautiful sight to see. He keeps spamming thanks. That's when you know they're tilted on a spiritual level, when they just keep spamming emotes and they don't leave the game. They don't double tap swipe up. They are frustrated. I'm sorry, Robbie. I robbed you of your mental state. You are now dilapidated, confused, and mentally destroyed. We're getting right into this game against Jonah. We're going to sauce out a good luck, and we're going to figure out what he's got. Definitely got to give him some love. If we give him kisses, maybe he'll feel obligated to give me the value in the game. He'll drop stuff right into our Mega Knight. Oh, that's a cannon cart. You're running double spawners. You filthy animal. You savage. Why do you have to be this way?
Maybe you should just give up and accept me for who I am?
No.
The one spawner, I feel like you're not super toxic. You're up there, but you're not the epitome of toxicity. This guy, he is living in that world and he is dreaming with it. Or maybe not. Yeah, actually, are you not running that? We see Inferno Dragon with Bandit. Dude, you made me mistake you for a savage. Why are you running something different? So he's going to have Ram Rider P.E.K.K.A most likely. Okay. This is one of those matchups that if you don't play perfectly, you will take a fat L. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. The Mega Knight's going to jump for joy in the tower. It went straight through the bar barrel like nobody's business. That's exactly what we like to see. He knew what was good in life. He was jumping for joy, and he was just trying to celebrate on top of the tower with all the power. Okay, so I can arrow here, or I can go in for Royal Hogs. I think it's slightly better for us to go for Royal Hogs. Soak up the zappy damage, and force out extra elixir from our opponent at the same time. What? Ram Rider plus Rail Recruits? I haven't seen that, like, ever. Seriously, this is insane. This is preposterous to see. In any event, we're able to make sure that all the stuff goes directly towards the Goblin Hut, and then I go for the Mega Knight on top of the recruits that are still grouped up. Love to see this. I'd rather not go for arrows, because if you think about it, the arrows don't give you counter push. For 4 more elixir than the arrows, I get a big boy that jumps around on the map. I like that a lot more. The Mega Knight is excited, and he is ready to roll right through.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So you have Ram Rider, and you also have Zappies. So you could go for Cannon Cart and then Ram Rider maybe, or are you just going to let the Cannon Cart die? Yeah, so you're going to let the Cannon Cart fall. That's a 5 elixir investment to finish off the rest of our Mega Knight. So overall, because we would have had to invest 3 elixir with the arrows, and we got 5 elixir from the Cannon Cart, that's 8 elixir for 7. So we'll take the +1 trade there. That Mega Knight was beneficial for me, my dudes. That's what we like to see. I'm also able to fireball on top of the tower and the Zappies, and I think that's extremely good. He doesn't get any damage because the guards clutch up. Dude, they're staying true to the name. They've earned the name guards 7 times over, securing the damage and then also forcing out extra elixir and then defending everything from the Ram Rider. Like, I think the guards are extremely underrated in the meta, and if you're not playing them, you're doing something wrong. So I'm going to go for Mega Knight in the back, secure a pretty solid offensive presence with the Inferno Dragon coming at him, and if you want to spam in the other side, I've got guards and Fireball. I will lay down the smackdown. Fireball is able to prevent all of the stuff from breaking through. If I just arrow, I believe that we're okay. Maybe I'm not. Oh, I'm not okay. I need to go for the guards and a Goblin Hut. Yep, that's fine. Okay, I don't know why I was doubting myself for a single second. Goblin Hut plus guards and Mega Knight is impenetrable. Even though that was so scary for a second, I looked at it and I'm like, no, I spawn goblins, and then I go in for bats and I win. It's just really dumb how good this deck is on defense. And after that win, we have climbed up 767 spots. This deck is so solid for ladder. All right, let's keep up that win streak, baby. We are crushing it. Absolutely destroying people with this deck. And I think it's just one of the more solid decks no matter what you're playing against. You've got Goblin Hut to pull things. You've got Mega Knight to jump on things. Guards to just to make sure that no bridge spam can ever break through. And of course, if you play against Electro Dragon, you just fireball and arrows it down instead of worrying about it. Electro Wizard will just die to a Mega Knight, or it will die to a Fireball, and then anything else chipping it out. So I think he might have Electro Wizard in this matchup. We'll have to wait and see. The Mega Knight is going to provide immense utility. The fact that he had the arrows there means that he might not have Zap in the deck. If he doesn't, the bats are going to give us absurd value. It's definitely going to be a graveyard one. After we see a Witch with Giant, there is no other deck that runs this. So it's going to be graveyard. Oh, look at the Mega Knight. It damaged the Witch somehow. I don't understand how I got that lucky, but it clamped down on the Witch, and now I can just rely on my Goblin Hut to clean everything up. He's saying well played because he recognizes that that was extremely good for me. I don't know if that was luck. I don't know if that was skill, but this man said it was skillful, so we'll just roll with it, all right?
I've got goosebumps.
All right, so Dark Prince is out of cycle. Skeleton Army's out of cycle. I know that these Royal Hogs are bound to give us damage. Let's go. Don't graveyard right now. You can't. You're not allowed to. You have to defend the Royal Hogs. He was going to giant graveyard at the river. 100%. I guarantee it. And if he had done that, he would have lost the game right then and there because Piggy's Stake Tower. He doesn't have Elixir to finish off the bats. We are vibing on a different level today, my dudes. This deck is so good. Even against extremely annoying giant graveyard decks like right now, we win. So all I have to do is defend, and then the game's over. Giant's not even crossing the river, so he doesn't have a tank for the graveyard. Isn't that beautiful to see? You love to see it, guys. That was sublime on every sense of the word. And now we can arrow to finish off all the skeletons that are cleaning up, and we fireball to secure the defense against the giant so he's not able to fireball me with that last giant hit. If he had got that giant hit, he would have been able to take the tower and maybe win the game because we denied it with a fireball on the giant. That's how we won. Let's go. That is beautiful. We snuffed his torch. We sent him off to the deserted island, and he is not coming back in this game as Survivor.
Rich, the tribe has spoken.
And now after that one, we are up 999 spots. That's amazing. The Jack is already going to go out of the box with a Mega Minion in the back. I wonder what this deck is. Whenever we see Mega Minion cycled, maybe, oh no, seriously? Really? You're testing me again? I just beat this. Not again, my dude. Please don't have a small spell. No, I need arrows and I need them now. The skeletons are starting to accumulate. The Inferno Dragon is not going to lock onto the tower. And I got the worst possible card cycle, guys. That is unlucky. So if you don't have your guards in cycle for someone savagely going in for a graveyard, you're probably going to be a sad panda just like me. But can we bounce back? The skeleton army's out of cycle, so this gives us a perfect opportunity to go for Royal Hogs. Maybe eat some damage in the other side, depending on what goes down. If you fireball me, this is going to be a tough ask. Clash Royale, you're like, we got to crash you down, Jake. We got to change it to Crash Royale. Steal your trophies. You're winning too much. It makes sense. Sometimes you do get unlucky here and then. But we go in for the Goblin Hut. Yeah, I think we go for Goblin Hut. When we saw Mega Minion, I just didn't believe that it was going to be Giant Graveyard again. I thought it would definitely be a different variation. Well, it is a different variation. He's got Archers, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he's going to pull out of his sleeve. I would think that it would be Expo or Graveyard Cycle if I saw Archers. So this is a pretty weird variation of the deck, and I applaud the innovation. When you run something different, your opponents won't know what they're playing against. They'll make the misplay, and you'll be able to capitalize on it 9 times out of 10. Smart decision on his end. It is what it is. I don't want to arrow. Oh, this feels bad. Okay, good thing that he decides to randomly cycle the bowler there. He's now only going to have Skeleton Army for Royal Hogs. If he Giants here, I'll go in for Royal Hogs in this lane, and then I'll go for arrows on the Skeleton Army. And then maybe we can get back in this game. Oh, no, he's just going to Giant instead. All right, I guess we can Mega Minion. Counter with a Mega Knight. Do we soak up everything? Did he just sacrifice his entire push? Are you kidding me? That's a Giant. That's a bowler. And that's a Mega Minion. All just dead to an Inferno Dragon. That is insane. No way, dudes. We're back in the game. We're back in business. I know he's going to go for a Skeleton Army, so we're going to go for the pre-arrows. Do we hit it? Yes! Let's go! That was sick. That was filthy. That was disgusting on so many different levels, and you love to see it. We're going to force out a Fireball, too, and I believe that we can make this happen for the memes. All we have to do is secure the defense on the right-hand side, and I believe that we can do it. I'm going to slow roll Mega Knight because he's definitely going for a Giant Graveyard on that side. If he goes other side, I'm fine because I've got the guards. We're going to go Giant Graveyard here, as I anticipated. We stop it from crossing the river again. Yo, this is exactly where we were last time. It's deja vu, but hopefully even easier. I don't know. I'm going to arrow here. We're going to shut him down with bats. Stop the Giant from getting the hit, bro. We have one job. Let's get it. We walk away with a win. That pre-arrows was devastating to our opponent, and he didn't even know what to do but laugh. That was so good. Oh, my gosh. We have not lost a game with this deck, and it feels so darn good. The climb was crazy today, and it was so satisfying to find a brand new deck that worked this well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have an amazing rest of your day.